Oh, I forgot to include this. One of F stands, which is friend stands, decided to do a protest whereby they sent a truck. Is it really a truck or a car to Idol Factory's building to demand them treating like friend better? But the devil works hard, but I guess Idol Factory works harder, because when the car arrived at Idol Factory, instead of it saying Idol Factory treat your artist better, it says Idol Factory treats your artist better. So it was actually like a promotion for Idol Factory, so that other people who maybe have brothers or sisters or anyone wanting to get into the entertainment industry, like they were sure to know that Idol Factory was the place for them. But this wasn't the intended message with the Friendstan. The Friendstan was saying that they wanted like Idol Factory to treat like friend better and all that, but the message apparently was lost. So my apologies for that, for the person who spent so much money in doing this and it actually didn't work the way they intended to. So I don't know if it will be done again to make sure to show their seriousness on the matter, or it was just a one-time thing. So that was it. That's what I forgot, and I'm going to put it here. So at the end of the day, it was amazing and great publicity for Idol Factory. And I'm sorry to the person who went through all this and their message didn't get to reach Idol Factory. Although they did write some tweets and people helped to repost the tweet and actually say what the message was meant to be. But unfortunately, still there wasn't any response from Idol Factory. Hey guys, welcome back to BL World Drama, your go-to source for the juiciest scandals in the world of BL and GLs. From trending hashtags to sizzling social media drama, I've got it all. Join me as I dive deep into the lives of your favorite stars with exclusive updates, secrets, and interviews that will keep you hooked. Subscribe now, ring the bell, and let's dive into the glitz, the glam, and the scandalous world of BL&GLs. So let's get right into it. So today's video is about Friends Week, and let's just start. I'm going to start it today because today is on Saturday. So on Saturday last week, Friend had a very traumatic, I think, day, and I know it wasn't for her. She probably heard about the cancellation of the Jakarta, Indonesia fan meet way before the fans. So, but the fans got to know about it on Saturday last week, and fans were pretty upset and they were disappointed and they were sending friend positive messages and all that, and the blame game also started because Zeal Entertainment didn't specifically say why the event was cancelled, although there was a statement beforehand that was written on 21st, which said they had met a lot of challenges and people had reported the event even before it was announced officially. How did that happen? I don't know. I did a whole video whereby I talked about that whole scenario, so I'm going to post it here. If you haven't watched it, feel free to watch it. And then also I think the same week, towards the end of the same week, Friend did become, I think, an ambassador or an influencer. I think it's an influencer of Cutie Press. I hear it's a brand that has been in Thailand for 44 years, and that's huge. 44, 41 years, and that's huge. That's massive for them to decide to gamble and take Friend to be part of that team. Good for them, and it is such a huge deal because they've also worked with people like Pipi Crit. So it is an amazing brand. So that was some good news, even though after that there was the bad news of the cancellation of the fan meet. So after that, after the cancellation of the fan meet, people were talking about they made an online protest and they were saying that a lot of things that have been surrounding Friend recently have been extremely unfair. And Friend, if Friend wasn't going to speak for herself, they were going to speak for her. So they did the FB stands, the Friend Becky stands, and the Friend stands, the girlfriends, yeah, the girlfriends. They decided to go ahead and like start asking for or demanding things from Idol Factory, which Idol Factory has said ma'am until now. They haven't addressed like the girlfriends or the Friend Becky stands or the tulipians. I don't know. I saw somewhere someone saying that they're called that way. So I don't know. Let me know in the comment section. Are they are Friend stands addressed as tulipians, or are they addressed as girlfriends, or are they two different groups? Let me know in the comment section. So they were all protesting. Idol Factory hasn't said anything about it, and Friend did come out and actually did a live whereby the live people were saying that the live started off as her fan servicing people, but it actually ended so horribly because she was wearing the same shorts that Becky had worn a few days ago, and people were now claiming that those shots were Becky and they were sharing things. And you know, like people always assume and make these assumptions and these delusions to lie to people that Friend and Becky do live together, which they don't. And now there have been claims that they're sharing clothes, and I have a problem with BL&GL fans always claiming that their idols share clothes, because first of all, most of the time these shippers are the ones who buy these clothes for them, so they can purposely buy two matching clothes, or not two matching clothes, and then pretend like no one knows how those clothes came to be, and they act like they are not the ones who bought them in the first place, so that they come out here and pretend like, oh, they bought the same pair of shorts, or they are wearing the same shorts or the same shirt or the same pair of shoe, which is not that. So when she did that live, like the Friend Becky shippers were on cloud nine, like they were literally excited and happy, and they were up with their delusions. But when a hand handed her a dog, like all these rumors started saying that that person was saying. I looked at that video like more than 10 times, and I can categorically say that I don't know whose hand that is. And at first, like when I did see the hand, I actually thought it was a man's hand. But when I clearly looked at Friend's mom's hands, they actually do look like almost the same. So I wouldn't come here and lie to people and tell people that say that was saying handing the dog. That's not my channel. I'm not here to lie. If you have been at day one of my channel, you know I use facts. When I say something, I actually provide evidence to show or to back up what I'm saying. And I can't say that is Seng's hand because the bracelet has been worn by Seng, has been worn by Friend, has been worn by Friend's mom. It's obviously not Friend's hand because Friend is the one who was taking the dog. I can't say it's Seng's hand, and I can't say categorically it is Friend's mom's hand. But I can do say, because we had Friend's mom enter the apartment, we had her talking to Friend. So I am going to stand by and say that 90%, I actually feel like that hand was probably Friend's mom's hand. So don't come to my channel, because there was like a viewer who came to my channel and asking me to clarify, and say whose hand is that. And I'm not going to stand for like someone pressurize me to perpetuate a story that is not true. That's not my channel. That's not how I work. So yeah, so it ended like the live ended with like a lot of questions and a lot of hate towards friend again. So people did take again 10 steps back behind. I know like there are people who hate her every single day, but there are actually other people who after some time they actually feel like, okay, maybe this is not true, because of people who are constantly pushing like delusions to make them believe that friend and sing are not an item. So now they do go back to like supporting friend and thinking that friend Becky is a thing. And then when this thing happens again, they start to question her again, which again is a whole other matter. So that live ended. And then I think a day later, it was announced that she is going to be performing at a concert, I think in Thailand, which is extremely good news. I think that's why she has been practicing and all that. So we will see how that event does go, because Idol Factory did repost it yesterday. So I think it's probably sealed that friend will be performing at that event. I'm not sure what that event is called exactly, but I'm going to put it here so that you guys can see. So I think when one door closed for friend, another door opened, or a window opened. So this is good news, because now she has cutie press, now she has this event, and then they also have a fan meet in Taipei coming soon. So like it's good news all around her. Like as much as some doors are closing, a couple more are opening. So after that, a friend did decide to go to Chiang Mai. According to some people, she hasn't specifically said where she is, but according to some people who have been in the area, they say that she has gone to Chiang Mai. So her going to Chiang Mai, I think maybe it's for her to kind of relax, because she already had this day's plan that she was not working. She was not going to work. Not she was not going to work. She was going to work in Jakarta, Indonesia, but now that she's not working there, her schedule is open. So I feel like maybe she decided to take some time away, maybe visit the beaches, maybe like have like this serene environment around her to be able to find her center. Now her fans did go ahead like yesterday and continued with whatever like the event was, the fan meet was. They decided to meet up, they decided to celebrate her, they decided like to enjoy the moment and not let it all go to waste, which was a pretty amazing thing. Kudos to you guys for actually showing her that it was love. There are people who still love her, there are people who still support her, and there are people who are still going to stand by her. So like I said, the week started like horrible for her, but after that it has been wins following her. So now the fans did celebrate her and all that. They made sure like the streets were full of friend LED lights. Are they called LED lights? Not LED lights. The videos. Yeah, the videos around the streets, like there were plenty. Like they made sure like they made this whole event like as if friend was physically in Indonesia and in Jakarta. Friend did post, not post, actually reposted like a thread from friend Indonesia. I was helping for more than that, to be honest, because like the fans had gone through like a huge deal of time and money and everything to actually celebrate her. I was expecting at least even a tweet, at least a video to actually say thank you, or another live if it was possible, without not making it like go a different way. But if it wasn't possible alive, I think a video would have sufficed, or just a tweet to say thank you and to appreciate the fans for everything that they did. But she actually just decided to repost. I don't know if like separately the fans were sent something to actually say thank you and all that. I don't know, but I'm like saying like kudos to you guys for always having her back. So that was basically Friends Week, and I feel like what happened yesterday like gingered her and made her like feel like happy, feel loved, feel safe, and she actually has posted a lot today and since yesterday. So hoping she goes back to her space where she was before this whole thing, and hoping that everything goes forward like in the best way for her. Like, I'm sure like some fans are still upset about a couple of things, but people, it's been how many months? 3 months? August, September, October. Like, we are going on to the 4th month. If this woman hasn't come forward to clearly explain her situation, is because she sees no need to do it, and she actually feels like you don't maybe deserve it, or you don't need to know like her personal life or her intimate life. So probably it's time like to put back like the hate and all that, and actually decide whether to support her or not to support her, like as some fans have seen and as we have clearly seen from Jakarta, Indonesia. Like, you either support her or don't support her. Like, there's no middle ground. Like, whatever happened has happened. But all I would also like to say is, for the friend Becky shippers, I know you are actually trying to do good. You are actually trying to recruit maybe people back to the ship. You are actually trying to recruit new people to the ship. But it is wrong when you go to lengths of using falsehood to do it. Like, it is wrong to do it with manufactured things. So if you actually are up to support like friend, I'm begging you to actually use the right way and the right means. Like, use right evidences that are not manufactured. Make things like go the right way. Like, don't come up with things out of your head. Don't try to cook things. Don't try to string things to make people like feel like lie to people. That's what I'm saying. So stop the lies, stop the delusions, and actually use the truth. Because as much as Fren and Becky are not dating in real life, like, they have these cute moments as friends. So stop living in the delusion of the show and start living in like reality. They have these cute moments as friends. You can be able to push that narrative of them being friends and them caring for each other as friends rather than them caring for each other as lovers. So this is the end of my video. So if you haven't subscribed, please subscribe, turn on the post notification, give me a thumbs up if you like this video, share this video, and tell me in the comment section if there is any like memorable moment that I missed in this video on Friends Week. But I feel, all in all, 10 out of 10, it was actually a triumphant week for Friends. So tell me in the comment section what you think about Friends Week. So bye guys, I'll see you in my next video.